On the issue of the Zimbabwe situation, we've noted reports that some political parties in South Africa suggest that that should lead to the rescheduling of the SADC summit that is going to be held in Harare. The ANC does not agree with that stance. If there are issues arising in Zimbabwe that require the intervention of the SADC community, it will have to happen, including as part of the summit itself. South Africa has never had the position that we ought to run away from areas of conflict and say our best bet of engaging in solving conflict is to pull away. If South Africa has got to go there to help in any situation, if there are concerns about political violence, we'll have to do it in Zimbabwe, not away from them.
Masquerade say, Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel, Zim Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kamikaji kutanka kukuya paneno channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kama chungwa gawa subscriber, don't forget to comment and share this video. Nas Zimbabwe, tagigirai, buditskwa, na exiled former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Vauta Mzembe, Vabuda, chipa an update on nyaru trend ma streets of social media, nyaya ya buditskwa ni South African political party, Vachitora Ibo, vachiti they want the SADC venue kuti ichinjwe muri Zimbabwe. Vauta Mzembe, Vabuda, vachitara vachiti whoever is wishing for the Southern African Development Community Summit kuti ichinjwe, and will never see it happen. Muri Zimbabwe, Zimbabweans are wishing for exchange ya venue muri Zimbabwe. Vabuda, vachitaura Vauta Mzembe, vakati under the circumstances you can only pray that let this cup passeth. No one in their flesh can alter the timetable and its ceremonies. Akaendera mberi Vauta Mzembe achiti maZimbabweans akwanise anzi hapana munhu anokwanisa kustopa a wedding yaanenge asina kuinvitwa or yaasiri part of. Vataura vachiti you can't stop a wedding that you are not invited to or part of, and this is a ceremony of countries and governments, not people, and the people of SADC as civil society have absolutely no say in SADC business, and SADC is a creature of governments who decide how they want to celebrate their rotational chairmanship and hosting of this summit. And Ramberi, that said, does it ever cross minds that we are disabled, that we disable lobby governments by our own conduct and actions? And in the current state of the interlocutors to the SADC Observer Mission report, who is it supposed to benefit, even if considered? The biggest regret today is the sorry state of opposition politics, whose urgency on behalf of the aggravated has been severely compromised. And it is time for reflection, regrouping, and rebuilding. There's a Buddha Stauro. Vauta Mzembe, muri Zimbabwe, ma-comments ava Buddha. Mshini mwingine maZimbabwe mazhinji abuda achitaura iwo achiti Zimbabwe is now a war zone, and saka the SADC summit venue irikufana kuchinja. Vabuda vachisaita human rights abuses and kusungwa kuitwa ma-pro-democracy campaigners muri Zimbabwe. Zvakare the Democratic Alliance ndo yatanga nyaya iyi muri Zimbabwe, vachisaitawo zvakare ma-activities kuviolate kuitwa ma-human rights muri Zimbabwe nekusungwa kuitwa ma-opposition leaders nema-pro-democracy activists. Singazive kuti munoona sei nyaya iyi. Vabuda on their official website vachitaura vachiti SADC summit venue must be changed from Zimbabwe following clampdown on democracy activities by ZANU-PF regime. And the Democratic Alliance calls on the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Ronald Lamola, to exercise South Africa's right as a member of SADC and urgently demand that the 44th Ordinary SADC Summit of the Heads of State and Government, scheduled to be held on the 17th of August 2024 in Harare, be moved to a different location. And the DA makes this call following multiple reports and yet another state-sponsored clampdown on pro-democracy activists by a paranoid ZANU-PF regime, fearing public protests in the lead-up to the summit. The SADC's founding treaty mandates member states to act in accordance with the principles of human rights, democracy, and the rule of law. And ZANU-PF illegitimate regime in Harare has yet again violated these principles with impunity in the lead up to the summit. So the Jameson Timber, an opposition politician, together with 77 opposition activists, have been detained, held in horrific conditions, and repeatedly denied bail after they were arrested for allegedly holding an unauthorized political meeting. And recently, 4 democracy activists were taken off a plane at Robert Mugabe International Airport and charged with disorderly conduct for being part of a protest that demanded the release of the 77 opposition party members who have been in pre-trial detention for over 6 weeks. And by abusing state machinery to violate the rights of Zimbabweans, the unrepentant ZANU-PF regime has demonstrated that it is prepared to go to any lengths to violate the law in order to entrench its authoritarian rule. South Africa, and by extension the SADC, have an obligation to hold the Zimbabwean government to account, allowing the summit to proceed under these current circumstances. We will not only endorse ZANU-PF's flagrant abuse of international law, but further undermine the principles upon which SADC was established. President Emmerson Mnangagwa's upcoming SADC chairmanship is testament to the continued failure of region leaders to hold these political thugs to account. South Africa, as a leading member of SADC, must now take a firm stand to uphold international law and advocate for the summit to be moved to a location that upholds and respects democratic values. This action would send a clear message that South Africa, as a member of the SADC, will no longer tolerate the suppression of democratic reforms on our doorsteps. Jozabuda, Shitauro, the DA mure Zimbabwe vasitaura ivo vachiti the SADC venue should be changed. Tisingazive kuti munoona sei nyaya iyi, tiudzewo zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section kuti should the SADC summit venue be changed kana kuti tiudzewo zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section. Kutaura kwatiri kuita the SADC secretariat yakatobuda ichiconfirma kuchairmanship wapresident Emmerson Mnangagwa vachitaura ivo vachiti President Emmerson Mnangagwa is going to be officially be crowned as the chairman with SADC region muri Zimbabwe. Tisingaziva kuti munoona sei nyaya tiudzewo zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section. Kutaura kwatiri kuita the opposition leader Nelson Chamisa vabuda vachikondema zviri kuitwa nethe ZANU-PF government, kusunga kwari kuitwa vanhu nekurambidzwa kuri kuitwa mademonstrations vachitaura ivo vachiti it shows that these guys have respected democracy. Tisingaziva kuti munoona sei nyaya iyi tiudzewo zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section.